On November 24, 1971, just a day before Thanksgiving, one of the most baffling and unsolved cases in American history unfolded. This case, still unsolved to this day, involves a mysterious figure known as D.B. Cooper, who executed what remains the only unsolved hijacking in U.S. aviation history. The hijacking it all began in Portland, Oregon, when a man identifying himself as Dan Cooper, later mistakenly called D.B. Cooper, bought a one-way ticket to Seattle on Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305. He was described as an ordinary-looking man in his mid-40s, wearing a business suit, black tie, and sunglasses. There was nothing extraordinary about him, but soon he would become the subject of one of the most extensive manhunts in U.S. history. Shortly after the flight took off, Cooper handed a note to a flight attendant, which initially went unnoticed. Thinking it was just a flirtatious gesture, she pocketed the note until Cooper leaned over and said, "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." The demands inside the note: Cooper demanded $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck waiting in Seattle to refuel the plane. Calm and composed, he showed no signs of panic, and according to the passengers and crew, he was polite and even ordered a drink while waiting for his demands to be met. Once the plane landed in Seattle, Cooper's demands were fulfilled, and the passengers were allowed to leave. With the ransom money and parachutes now on board, Cooper ordered the crew to fly towards Mexico City, at an altitude of 10,000 feet. The jump somewhere over the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, between Seattle and Reno, Nevada, Cooper did the unthinkable. He opened the rear door of the plane and jumped into the night with the ransom money strapped to his body, disappearing into the cold, dark air, never to be seen again. Despite an exhaustive search involving military aircraft, FBI agents, and even civilian volunteers combing the area, no trace of Cooper or the money was found. The authorities scoured the forest where they believed he had landed, but there was no sign of the mysterious hijacker. The investigation for decades, the FBI followed countless leads, interviewed thousands of suspects, and pored over mountains of evidence. Several individuals were considered prime suspects, but none of them panned out. The money, the parachutes, and Cooper himself remained missing. In 1980, almost 9 years after the hijacking, a young boy discovered a rotting package of $20 bills on the banks of the Columbia River, in Washington state. The serial numbers on the bills matched the ransom money given to D.B. Cooper, but this only deepened the mystery. How did the money end up in that location? Did Cooper die in the jump, or had he survived and simply abandoned the cash? Theories and speculation over the years, numerous theories have emerged about Cooper's fate. Some believe he perished during the jump, unable to survive the harsh conditions. Others speculate that he lived and managed to integrate back into society under a different identity. Many amateur sleuths and conspiracy theorists have offered their own explanations, ranging from secret military involvement to Cooper being a rogue government agent. There's even speculation that Cooper could have been a skilled skydiver or ex-military personnel due to his knowledge of parachuting techniques and flight patterns. The legacy of the D.B. Cooper case has become a cultural phenomenon in the U.S. and abroad. Books, documentaries, and even movies have been made about the mysterious hijacker. He has entered the pantheon of criminal folklore, and the public's fascination with the case has never waned. Despite the FBI closing the official investigation in 2016, stating they had exhausted all credible leads, Cooper's legend continues to thrive. To this day, his identity and fate remain one of the greatest unsolved mysteries, not just in American history, but in global crime lore. Could D.B. Cooper have survived? The idea that D.B. Cooper survived the jump has fueled endless speculation. Some say the terrain was too treacherous, and the weather conditions that night made it almost impossible for him to survive. Others point to the fact that no body, parachute, or significant trace of Cooper ever turned up as evidence that he might have lived. If he did survive, why would he leave behind part of the ransom? Was it accidental, or was it part of a larger, yet undiscovered plan? The enduring mystery. What makes the D.B. Cooper case so intriguing is not just the boldness of the crime itself, but the way it continues to baffle investigators and capture the public imagination. As one of the few unsolved cases of its kind, it stands as a testament to the power of mystery, speculation, and the enduring allure of a story that has no clear ending. What do you think? Did D.B. Cooper survive his daring jump, or is he buried somewhere in the Pacific Northwest wilderness, his fate forever a mystery? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on the world's most baffling mysteries.